Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I hope you're all having a great day. And if you're having the really rough weather that we had come through yesterday evening, and I hope that you're safe and doing well with that. It was some rough weather, but it passed us on through. Strong winds and just a lot of hard rain. So I think it's traveling on. And I think some of you guys said that you were expecting that today. So stay safe. I hope you're not out in the rain. Well, you probably know that Michael's has some new yarn, some Caron cakes, exactly. So you might have saw in a video that I put up. It was just a day of out and about around town. It wasn't any talking in the video. It was just some music playing while we ran around town and did some errands. And I did go to Michael's in the video and looked at those new Caron cakes. And as you could see in that video, they didn't have it all out yet. They only had like one or two colors of the cinnamon rolls and then a couple of colors of the blossom. So I will show you what I got at that time. I did get the Caron Cinnamon Swirl Cake. That's what it's called. And this colorway that I got is called Springtime. And that did look so springy to me. It looked like Easter. Like that is Easter to me. So I got 2 cakes of this because I wanted to make something for myself for Easter. So, and then after, now this cake is soft. It is soft and it feels real nice. The blossom one that they had, I did not purchase a blossom one, but the blossom ones were super soft. Like if you're looking for a soft yarn, that blossom is it. Okay, this is a 4-weight yarn. It is 8 ounces, 407 yards in this, and it is 100% acrylic. So it's a nice soft yarn. It feels really good. But this is the new cakes put out by Caron Cakes. They're called Cinnamon Swirl Cakes. And the other one was called Blossom Cakes, the ones that were super soft. I just didn't, I don't know. I just like this one the best of the ones that I saw. Now, keep in mind they didn't have any out. But after a few days, I figured, well, I'll give them a couple of days to put out, the rest of their inventory because they were just putting it out while I was there that day. And I'll stop back by to see if they have the other colors. And they did. So I picked up 2 of this. Now, I did get 2 of this, and then I picked up 2 of this one, and I have plans for this baby. And this one is called, it's such a glare on it, I can't see. Ironically, I do go to the eye doctor tomorrow morning. Twilight, maybe. Twilight Surf? I think that's what it says. Yes, Twilight Surf. So I loved those not pinks, purples and blues together, the different shades of purple and blue. And so I just thought that was really pretty. And I have a project that needed something really pretty to go into it. And so it will be these 2 cakes. But let's go back to this cake right here. This springtime cake that was just so Eastery, and I wanted to make myself something Easter. So I started making myself something. Yeah, I'm definitely making myself something, aren't I? Okay, so what I am making here is the ring around the posy circular vest. But that pattern only goes up to a size adult large. That is not going to fit me. I need adult spectacular. So I decided I was just going to use that pattern and make it larger. So what I did, you can see I started right there in the middle. I followed the pattern. No, I did not follow the pattern. I used the pattern as a guide, but it's still her pattern, but I just used it as a guide. I used a 9mm hook because I wanted big fat stitches and I wanted them to go far. And also, I did not use any single crochets or half double crochets. I'm doing only double crochets. So yes, anytime the pattern calls for a single crochet, I do a double crochet. If it calls for a half double crochet, I'm doing a double crochet. So I'm using the pattern, but I'm just using different stitches. So it's still her pattern. I'm just modifying it to fit my needs for this project that I'm, wanting to accomplish. So this is what I'm going to try to hold this up so you can see how much work I have done on it so far. This is one cake and that much. I am going to tell Big Daddy that I need to go by and pick up another cake. I just need another cake before they sell out of them, and I'm thinking I'm going to need another cake. Probably not another whole cake, but I'm going to need some more of another cake. But this is how it works up. Now, keep in mind, I'm using a 9mm hook, so it's big stitches, and I'm using all double crochets. So, but I just think that looks so pretty the way it is working up, and it just looks so Eastery to me. And so I hope to get this project done by Easter. I should, right? I've been working on it a good bit. So what I did with this, I'll just tell you a little bit about my project. Now I can't go and do a tutorial on her project without someone getting permission from her or something like that, but I followed her pattern but used double crochets up until row 19. And when I got to row 19, that might be the row where you add the arm holes, but I decided my circle wasn't big enough. So I went back to row 11 and started the rows over again. So I did 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then I skipped 15 and 16. And I did 17 and 18. And I felt like my circle was big enough by then. And then I started back with row 19 to put my armholes in. I can't remember if the armholes were on. Yeah, they were on row 19, I believe. So then I put my armholes in, which is right here. There's lots of very long gray hairs. So there's my armholes. Okay. So when I went back and started over with row 11 and I added in an extra row 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's the row. I added in those 4 extra rows and then did 17 and 18. And I'd already done 17 and 18, back up in here, but then I just repeated them again. Now that did throw the whole row count off. Like when you go around, she tells you how many rounds you have. Well, I no longer have the same number of stitches because I put in more rows, right? Okay, so when it got to the armholes, I just kind of held it up and used my eye and best judgment and picked my armholes the neck, and then the rest is just the bottom. So basically what I did, I went around and counted and tried to kind of figure it out a little bit. She did a chain of 30 for the arms. I did a chain of 40. For the neck area, I think she did 46, and I ended up doing 56, and then I did my other armhole, and I tried it on, and I felt like it just wasn't enough for the shoulder width, so I went back and added another 15 stitches on this right here, and then I just did my next armhole. So it may or may not fit me in the end. It may or may not fit. I'm just gambling here, okay? I guess you could call me a gambler, because I don't know. But I'm doing it anyway. If it don't fit me, I'll find somebody who it fits. But I like the way it's turning out. Yeah, there's my armhole on this side, and then here's my armhole on this side. I think it's going to be just fine. This is the neck part, so that means all of this down here, from this armhole all the way down and back around to where this armhole starts, that is all just the bottom. And so I'm past the armholes, and now added in a second cake. I think that's about where, right after that was where I had to add in the second cake. And so now I'm going around with it. So I'm not on the same like stitch count as she is, and also mine is going to have more rows than she has in hers. I think she has 41 rows. Mine will have extra because I put in an extra 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 17 and 18. I put those rows in extra to give it width on the back. And then, so going around this, so this is the part that's coming around here. Now, I'm just going by her, I'm going by what she says to do, but you know, I'm using double crochet and not single crochets, because hers is calling for single crochets. Well, single crochet just is not going to grow fast enough for me. So in the end, I might end up putting more rows. I'm still on this particular section. You're supposed to do rows 21 through 30. Doing this stitch right here, well, it's supposed to be single crochet, but doing this right here, so I'm just going to be going around and around and around a bunch of times to get to row 30, which mine is actually more than row 30, but I'm just kind of keeping up with her little rounds so that I stay on what I'm supposed to be doing there, you know. And then if it's not enough, guess what? I'm just going to keep going and put in more. I'm going to put in more and more and more until I feel like it fits me the way I want it to fit. Now, hopefully this turns out and fits me in the end. Because these little cakes aren't cheap. They are $12.99, but I did have a coupon for 20% off. I did have a coupon for 20% off all regular price purchases. So I did get a little bit of discount. I got 20% off of both of them. And then when I went back and got these, I also had 20% off of both of them. Plus I had a $5 voucher. So I got a little bit more off for those. But it works out fine. You know, it's nice yarn. It is soft. It is these big fat stitches from using that 9mm hook. It's so squishy. So this is my Easter project that I hope to finish up pretty soon. I'm going to work on it this weekend and try to get the rest of this cake in. And hopefully I can go pick up another cake tomorrow to have ready to go when I finish this one. But yeah, this is the Ring Around the Posy pattern by the Lavender Chair. I will link that in the description box below. Because mine is based on her pattern. Just because I'm changing it and doing other things, it doesn't make it my pattern. It's still her pattern. I'm using it as a guide, and it is a great guide. I'm just making this size awesome instead of size large. So anyway, yeah, I need a plus size. So mine is going to come out plus size compared to her size large. Now, I have made this pattern before, and I did the adult large, and it's a great pattern. She tells you different size hooks you can use, and then she even has it for children's sizes. I think that vest is called Ring Around the Posy, but check in my description box below this video. I will link her patterns. They're great patterns, very easy to follow and understand. And then if you want to make yours plus size, just use a bigger hook, use double crochets instead of single crochets. Like all these right here were supposed to be half double crochets, and I just made them double crochet. Even from the get-go, I didn't do half double crochets. I did double crochets, double crochets, double crochets, all the way around. Now, at some point, I think when I was about on this yellow row here, it was cupped up like this, but I knew that it would flatten out. And by the time I had done this row right here, where it's all the different stitches in those chain spaces, it flattened it right out. But then as you go and you're doing all these, it might cup up a little bit. But then as you get to rows like this, it flattens back out again. So if you try to experiment with it and you're working with it and it does cup up like that, keep going, don't stop. I'm just kind of, I guess, fudging this along and making it work for me. Big Daddy's held it up to my back several times. Now that I've got the armholes in, I've tried it on several times, and I feel like it's going to fit. But you just don't know until you finish it and then try it on with the shirt and all that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking I might have a purple t-shirt I could wear with this, or a white t-shirt, but I don't know. But yeah, I love the way it's turning out. I just love the color makeup of it. Except for what, now that I added in this new cake, I lost that kaleidoscope look. So I think when I get back to the my here, this is where I'm at right now. And I'm not exactly sure where that camera cut off at. But what I was saying is, once I added in my second cake, I kind of lost the kaleidoscope look of it, and it started back around with the same color that I had just used. And while that's still pretty, I just really like the kaleidoscope looking effect to it. So I noticed that was happening, and here I am right here. This is where I'm at, and you can see that it's another purple row on top of purple. And it's kind of playing out that way all the way around, but I'm almost, well, I don't know how close I am, but when I get back to, if I'm at beginning, yeah, here it is. I ain't got much further. I don't have much further, and I will be back right there. Yeah. So when I get back right here, I'm going to have to cut that yarn and maybe tie on from the outside or something, because I really like the kaleidoscope looking part instead of just the peach on top of peach. And I think that's the way it's going to play out from now on. And I don't want that. I want it to be pretty. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you that I had picked up the cinnamon swirl yarn cakes, the Caron yarn inspirations, and that how it looks as it's working up. So beautiful, so beautiful. So this one right here, I'm itching to do a granny square project. So I do have some purple and blue granny squares. I've shown them on the channel before. And I think I'm just going to do some granny squares with these to go with those and make something spectacular. So that's what I'm thinking, because those are the perfect colors to go with the granny squares that I've already have going. And like I said, I'm itching to do a granny square project. It's been a good while since I've done a good granny square project, and I already have some granny squares made up, and I'm gonna start making some with these. Not right away. I think I'm gonna try to get more on this done, and then add in some of these squares to go with those squares for that project. Anyway, lost my train of thought there. Well, guys, I'm going to let you all get going. I hope you have a great day. Be safe. And remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet. And I will see you later, friends.